really know you, the real you, the person that truly dwells within you, not that person that was indoctrinated by the world system in the way they have taught you, but that real you, that one that give you consciousness, the one that really gave you consciousness. You know, many of us have reached to the point in life that we think we know ourselves, but in reality, we are walking in the program of what we become, what we became, and because we don't know no different, we think that because of what we was indoctrinated with, we think that this is me. You're saying to yourself, this is who I am. But when you really come to know you, you will come to the realization that that which you were programmed with, it is really not you. It is something that you were taught. It is something that you were indoctrinated with, which in truth, all this information that they gave to you and they taught you, the stuff that they indoctrinate you with, it is information not to make you as an individual better, but to make you continue the system that their intention is to continue. The system itself, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Tell me, how are you doing? You know, like I'm saying to you, the system itself does not teach you to break the system. The system itself teach you how to maintain the system. Okay? That's why you go to school to be indoctrinated with the ways of the system. Every child that you know today are indoctrinated with the way to maintain the system. This is what they does. But what I am here to let you know that knowing you, it is the key to overcome the system. And every single day that you receive consciousness, you have to truly come to know what gave you consciousness. Simple. What really gave you consciousness? Who really gave you consciousness? What the reason why I have received consciousness? These are questions that we as a people must ask. Instead of just be programmed and being indoctrinated with the teachings of counting from 1 to 1,000 to 1,000,000 to this and to that, but come to know that when you as a person, every single time that you are awoken from your rest, the first thing that you as an individual truly recognize, it is what? What do you recognize? The first thing that you recognize. That's what I want to know. What's the first thing that you truly recognize? What? Put it in the comments. Let me know. What's the first thing you truly come to recognize? I know for a fact you never stop for the moment and even pause and ponder. What's the first thing I really recognize? Because many of us never even stop and recognize the first thing that we recognize. We never do it, you know. And if you can reflect, the moment you had consciousness this day, the first thing you recognize is what? That's my question. When you awoken this day, what was the first thing you recognized? That's my question to you. What was the first thing you recognized when you received consciousness? What was the first thing? You need to ask yourself the question. What was the first thing I recognized? And if you will be truthful and honest with you, it is blackness. For you to receive consciousness or recognize that you have consciousness, you recognize that blackness, which is when your eyes was closed, and that's when you recognize you had consciousness. That's the first thing that you truly recognize. But because you was programmed that blackness is evil, you surpass that and don't even recognize that you recognize that blackness. And when you recognize, now you are realizing that, something, it is true. I truly, first thing I recognized was blackness. But you bypassed it. Why? Because of the negative stereotypes, the negative words that was spoken about blackness. And this is the reason why you as an individual bypass the blackness and went into your past and look forward for the future and never live in the present, which it was the present of your true self, which is the fullness of the melanin that gave you consciousness, the fullness. This is the void. This is the blackness. This is the existent that existed before all. This is what, this is the thing that are in every man, whether it is white skin, brown skin, black skin, pink skin, I don't care who you are. You receive consciousness. And this consciousness is truly recognized by the acknowledgement of the blackness that you first perceived when you are awoken from your rest. This is that which you as a person should be paying attention to as you are truly awoken from your rest, and stop bypassing the true consciousness of who and what you are. Just remember this. Nothing, nothing at all within itself, everything is pure within itself. What you apply to it, it is that which will be applied. So if you see this as evil or good, it is truly recognized because of the laws and the rules and the regulation that was placed in you, that you were indoctrinated with. If you were not indoctrinated with rules and laws and regulation, there wouldn't be within you no good or evil. Everything would be neutral. But because of the rules and regulations and the laws that are applied, this is when the evil concepts and the good concepts, which all are the same, because that which is truly neutral is still neutral at the end of the day when you look and pay attention without the rules and the regulations of men. So make sure you as an individual come to know the real you and stop walking in the indoctrinated person that you were indoctrinated to be. You are not that which are indoctrinated. You are the person which the Creator gave you consciousness to recognize that you are an eternal being. You as an individual need to recognize the moment that you receive consciousness, the moment that you receive consciousness, this is the moment that you should recognize that you are an eternal being. Do we comprehend what I'm saying? You are an eternal being. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay? Subscribe, like, and share. So, what I am saying to you is very simple. The moment you, as an individual, awoken, then, receive consciousness every single day, this is the moment that you, as an individual, have the ability to recognize that you are an eternal being. Hi from UK. You know, you as an individual should recognize the moment you receive consciousness that you are an eternal being. Can see me? Yes, I can see your comments. Yes, I can see your comments. UK. I can see your comments. I appreciate you for joining. You know, I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate your comments and I appreciate your share. Appreciate your likes. You know, but what I am saying to you, the moment you receive consciousness this day, you should have come to the realization that you are an eternal being. You are eternal. Eternity is something that you are. This is what you are. The second thing you as an individual should know that you are a creator of solutions to issues that will occur because of growth. Yes, I am not afraid of death anymore. Death should not be a part of your thought process because if you as an individual come to the realization that you are eternal. The creator consciousness is truly within you, and the creator itself that gave you consciousness is in you. Even so, the creator is you. You are the creator. You need to recognize that that's what you are. That's what you are. You take on that creative role. You are that person who truly will be that which creates solutions. Remember, you are the one that creates solutions. Death shouldn't even be a part. It's about life. Life, liberty, life. You didn't come from that part of consciousness to this part of consciousness to worry about death. You come here to recognize that you are eternal. It's the expression of eternity when you receive consciousness. This is what receiving consciousness about. It is the true expression of recognizing you are eternal. And this is the true expression of consciousness. When you receive consciousness, it is to know that you are truly eternal. Now, from there, you must live life. You see, life is to live as a creator. That's what life is about. Living life, it is to live as a creator. I am stuck in the system. I want to live off grid, but cannot get off, cannot let go. Okay, this is what you do. First thing first, you know, you got to recognize what you are and who you are. That's what you have to do first. Recognizing what you are and who you are, which is the first recognizing that you having consciousness is it is for you as an individual to recognize that you are an eternal being, because the creator itself is truly eternal. That's what it is. You cannot change that. It's there. Now, for you to bypass this consciousness and the same time walking in consciousness, it is to accept the indoctrination that you are the flesh. You see where I'm coming from? You have to accept that the 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 creative side of you is not you. You have to denounce the real creative side of you. So now what needs to be done is simple. Pick up the creative side of you. Pick up the creative side of you. Start to be the creator that you are. Truly create. Because being a true creator, it is to truly be free. You see, creator doesn't look for approval from no man. A creator create, and because it's already approved. You see it? That's what a creator does. A creator create because it is truly already approved. Yes, that's a good thing, like you said, by stopping going to supermarket. But at first, you have to start to grow your own. That's the first thing. You have to start to grow your own. You have to start to grow your own. You have to find some way to start to grow your own. And you, because the way the system have set up and have set us up to be programmed by them, and because a lot of people love company in their journey. And the thing is, because of the world system is so dominant, it is easy for a man to continue to walk in the world system, because guess what? Everybody doing it. And it's normal. For them it's normal, but in reality it's not normal. In reality they're truly going against them, the true self. So you who it is really normal to awake and truly resting within yourself and applying yourself to the fullness of nature and things around you, then those who are not normal but think they are will look and create and have other people agreeing with them to say that, oh, that person is not normal because that person is not like us. You see it? And it is easy to believe because they are walking in the crowd. But in reality, once you stand in what you are, knowing what you are, because the real you truly dwells within you, and that is a place of wholeness, a place that no matter what going on or what was said or said can move you, because you are stable and moving in the direction of being the creator that you are. You're not looking for no man approval. Yeah, I understand. I totally comprehend. Good day, good day, good day. Good day, greetings unto you. It's a good day, you know. It's a good day, joyful day, you know. I totally comprehend when you say what you said. Yes, this is my problem. My mother does not support me. She wants me to live the program life. Yeah, she does, because she have created this belief within her that this is the way. You see it? She believed that this is the way because she saw other people, because what she identified as success, but in reality it is not success. Success truly is when a person come to know themselves. It's not things. Things does not bring success. Things can make you be comfortable with the world because that's what the world identify and become that that is success. But in reality, they they are not in no form of rest. They're still seeking and trying to find the real them. They have no peace with, as they would say, peace, but it's truly wholeness. You see, when a person truly come to the realization that they are whole, they are one with themselves. This is when they truly start to reproduce within themselves. You see, When you start to reproduce within yourself, things may not be approved by someone else. So you cannot look for no man to approve your stuff. Your stuff have to be approved within you as an individual and do what you must do to achieve what you have to achieve. And know, you got to know what is going on. You cannot be moved by what said or what was said. You have to continue to keep pushing and continue to create that which you are, which is truly being the creator that you are, solving the issues that are at hand. You know, first it must start with you. It's simple. You know, because like I said to you, when I come to know what I am today, I truly know this much. If I was taught what I know today when I was, say, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, taught that me, myself, is a creator of solution to issues that are at hand because of my growth, time that would have passed and I would have become an adult and I would be more, as I would say, successful as an individual, more at rest with everything. It doesn't matter what would it be. I truly know within myself things wouldn't be as how as difficult. It would have been more a flow because I wouldn't look for a person to come and solve my issues because it would have been built in me. It will become normal. It will be a normal part of me to know that I am that creator. You see it? It it would be in me. But now I am grown. Now I am adult. I have to unlearn that foolishness. You see where I'm coming from? I have to unlearn all that foolishness. Thinking that someone will come and save me. Thinking that someone will come and do this for me. Thinking that someone will come and do that for me. Not knowing that if I have been taught that I am a creator, I am the creator that will create solution to the issues that will occur within my life because of growth. You see, as a kid, as a baby, as a as a growing boy, as a growing man, I have no choice but to grow. I will grow. I eat, I grow. I do what I do, I grow. Growth is a must. That's not something that I have to try to. The issues become is when this growth occur. Do I have the creative ability to create a solution for the issues because of growth? That's the issue. And many of us as people, as adults, we have to unlearn that mentality of being a slave master, waiting for a master to come and teach us and show us things that we already should have known for ourselves. You see? And this is what I come to learn and comprehend now today, that I don't wish, because I don't wish nothing. I should have known, because my parents should have known. My parents should have known. You see where I'm coming from? But they never known. My parents didn't know. So because of that reason, we have been indoctrinated to believe that someone will come and save us. And because of that, it continue on through generations. Now I had to learn and unlearn these things that I was programmed with. Now I could look back today and say that I was indoctrinated. This is why I tell people all the time, no man was put here to worship nothing. You were put here to come to the realization that you are eternal, that you are a creator of solution to issues that are at hand. And that's what you are. But that's what you do, okay? No, your son is not a God. You need to let your son know that he is a creator. You see, let your son know that he is a creator. He have to create solutions because he will grow. He cannot stop the growth. Once you continue to feed him you're supposed to do, he will grow. And when he grows, issues will occur because of growth. He will learn new things. He will see new things. Okay? He will see new things. He will be new things. And he have to create new solutions. Because if you grow, there'll be new issues. Growth alone within itself is a new issue. You see it? So you have to be a creator of solutions for that issue. And once that I truly know this much, once a child knows that they are a creator of solutions that occurs within their life, they're not looking for you to come solve their problem. They create solutions. They have no rules to create. There's no rules in creation. You just create because you have the ability to do so. This is what true creators. True creators does not look for approval. They create. They create with the intent not to do harm to the next man, but to solve issues. That's what true creators does. We don't create problems. We create solutions. And that's what we does. So let us be what we ought to be. And that is a creator of solution to issues that are at hand. Like I said to you, like, subscribe, share the live, and this is what we should do. This is what we ought to be. We should share the live. We should like the live. You know. Now tell every man that your experience is to truly have an encounter with your inner man. You know. Because you have to know your inner man. You have to know the real you instead of you thinking that this is all you. No, the real you is truly within. Within you. That's the real you. Not hearing voices. but literally seen within. Literally. You got to know this. And only how that this can occur because you desire for it to be. Your desire, you have to truly want to know you. You have to truly want to know you. Now, when you come to know you, which is having an encounter with the Creator that awakes you every single day it's awake you. Every day it gives you consciousness. Consciousness, that's what it gave you. What is consciousness? Consciousness is when you as a person recognize that you are alive. You recognize that you are alive. Because many people have we would say they are alive, but they have no consciousness. They're not aware. They are not aware that they are. You see where I'm coming from? So we have to be very careful, very much careful, of not accepting that you are a creator. Because that's what you are. You are a creator. You are it's not an easy thing to now, because so many trends have been trending. They have made you believe that you are a God. You see, God for me, it's a slave mentality. In order for there to be a God, they have to be slaves. I'm going to say it again to you. In order for you as an individual, in order for there to be any kind of God that exists, it have to be slaves involved. If there are no slaves, there's no God. Okay? Because gods seek worship. Gods seek worship. And if you worship in anything or choose to worship anything, you become a slave to that which you worship. So when I hear that which you talk about, God, I automatically slaves. So you don't want to be a God. You don't want to walk in the concept of a God. But you want to be in that which is truly free. And that is to be a creator of solution to issues that are at hand. We cannot allow the system, and that is the system. The system comes because you think that you are God. The system comes because you think that duality mindset, it's about balance, but it's all about wholeness. You see those two, which is the system, the duality mindset, and that God concept, it makes every man that is upon this earth unstable. Any man that accepts the duality mindset and the God concept, they are unstable people. I don't care who they are and what they are and how much success they pretend to have. If they are walking in the God concept or the duality mindset, which is good and evil, they are unstable people. I don't care what they say. Don't even be fooled. No matter what they said and how they say it, it is unstableness. Do we comprehend what I'm saying? It is unstableness. So, no matter what they do, they are speaking, they are moving, they are doing what they're doing from an unstable point of view. They are not stable people. So you cannot tell me and convince me that a person that walks in the duality mindset, that person are stable. There's no balance. in being in the duality mindset. It automatically puts you in that waver, unstableness. This is why they put laws and rules and regulation within you to make you unstable. Most of my life, I feel I was woken up somehow 5 years ago, so I knew to thinking for myself. Wow. That is, for me, it's a learning process to truly start to think for yourself. You have to first accept that you are creator. You got to say these words to yourself. You got to remind yourself that I am truly a creator. Until this manifests in the fullness, and start to create things, which is solutions. Create one simple thing, start by something small, and continue to expand and become a true creator of solutions. You ain't trying to do nothing to say big, because small things are big things. For me, it's a thing of doing something, being stimulating, raising that creative ability within you. That's good to know you have authority over your life. And it's a very good thing to know that. And you need to truly continue to be that creator that you are. Remind yourself that you are creator, you know. And upon reminding yourself, you need to teach your children, with your son, your daughters, whatever it is. Let them know that they are creators. When you comprehend that that the God mindset, it is the mindset of a slave, okay? And it have to be slaves in order to be a God, because someone have to worship that God. And you can go and check out the Book of Blackness on Amazon, you know, and they are there. So you could check them out and see the Book of Blackness, and everything I'm saying to you, it's in the Book of Blackness. And you need to recognize that this is what it is. The God mindset, it's a mindset. I have smoked weed every day of my life since I was 16. I think that helped me a lot. Well, if you think that helped you a lot, well, that's a good thing for you. But I personally don't smoke. I respect every man who smokes and do what they do. That's them. If it benefits them in a way that take them to a higher consciousness of realizing that they are a creator, that they are truly spiritual and not in the mindset that they were programmed to be. Because many, it's it's sad, but it's a greater percentage of programmed people upon this earth, because it's intentional. They have programmed them. So don't be surprised when people that you don't expect fight you. It's normal for them to fight you, because you're going against their system. This is their system. You mightn't think that is they're thinking that way, but in their minds it's like, who you think he be? You know? Because this is their laws, this is their rules. You cannot break the laws. You know, not because you're trying to hurt no man or hurt anyone, but this is their rules. This is their law. This is their regulation. So I'm saying to you as an individual, let's be what we ought to be. And let's do what we're supposed to do. You know? Let's do that. And let us walk in the way we're supposed to walk. You know? Continue to create solutions to the issues that are at hand. Let us do that. Let us truly do that. Truly, truly, truly do that. Let us truly, truly, truly do that. Let's continue to create solutions to issues that are at hand. You know. So, any more questions? Yes, just one. Just went through. Ritual. Okay, just went through. Massive. Ritual. And what ritual is that? Can I ask you about here? And if you cut it or not? If you comprehend here, because here is a thing that it's an extension of you. This is who you are. And when you comprehend that a man cut his hair because of grief, and this is the reason why a lot of people, like back in the days, this is why they would cut their hair. They would cut their hair, and through colonization, because they comprehend that cutting of hair, it's about grief, and it's about a continued grieving process, you know, because that's what it is. Whenever in the days they will cut their hair because of some death or something like that, you know, symbolizes its demonstration of grief and stuff like that. So when they force you to cut your hair, it's about a continued pattern of grief. So this is what it is. But if you choose to do what you do, that's your business. I'm not here to knock you to cut your hair, but you have to come to the realization that here it's an extension of you, and it senses things and around you. You know, it gives you intuition. It gives you a greater ability to connect to things beyond the just physical sight, you know. And this is what the hair for me really does. I think, in a way, things I would not normally see, I would sense order. But I truly, truly, truly know that, realize that we are truly spiritual people. You got to acknowledge that you are spirit. That's the first thing. Acknowledge that you are spirit and you are eternal. You ain't trying to be. This is what you are. You know, you are truly eternal. So when you recognize you are truly eternal and you are creator of solution, I think a lot of things will change. and you remind yourself of these simple truths, I think your whole mindset of everything will change. Gradually, it's going to take a few to, and you don't need to force yourself on no man. You don't need to force nothing on no man, you know, because the opportunity will present itself. You don't have to go out and minister to nobody and talk to nobody about your thing. You just live and be at rest, which is at peace, as they would say it, but it's really at rest. Wholeness, you know, come to know you, the real you. And I think when you come to know that, I don't think nothing can stop you. I really don't think nothing can stop you. It's just you can stop you. That's the only thing can stop you. Only thing can stop you is you quitting. Nothing else can stop you. I don't care who talk. I don't care who think. I don't care who do what. Guess what happened? Once you don't quit, they can't stop you. And that's the confidence that you should walk in. Once you don't quit, they can't stop you. You know, once you don't quit, they can't stop you. That's the quit. That's the key. The key is for you to quit. If you don't quit, they cannot stop you. I don't care what they say and how they say it. Once you don't quit, they can't stop you. They could say whatever they want to say. They could plot, they could scheme, they could do whatever. It doesn't matter. You don't even want to know. You can see, you ain't blind. You see what I'm saying? You're just not blind. But that's not your issue. Even though you see it, it is to bring you to the awareness of what's really going on. But you are not moved by that. You still focus on where you're trying to go and what you're trying to achieve to create solutions to the issues that are at hand, you know, that are truly at hand. You know, I have a friend there and that, you know, came and they came and they, you know, their mindset is of the world. But I choose to mentor them and speak to them, and I even allow them to come in my presence. And just because they doubted themselves, and I allow them to be in the presence, and I tell them certain things about, especially food, and they were, you know, like of the world, and the food was of the world also, and because of that reason they had issues dealing with their weight and being overweight and stuff like that. And I spoke to them and said, look, simple. First thing you must recognize, change your food also. You got to change your food. Your food, it's one of the main things that they conquer you by. They create this craving of sugar within you. Even though you do, they tell you, even though you say you're not eating sugar, to say sweet, the food itself, it is sugar. Because they put modified starch within the foods. Because what they do, they process it, and in processing it, they put in the modified starch, the modified sugar within it. It don't taste sweet as the sugar, as sugar cane, as other sugars, but it all turns into the sugar when it goes within the body, and that is the silent killer of many of us as a people without even trying. We have to change the food and try to go to the natural way of eating the fiber that we ought to receive. Food. You know, you must change your food. That's number one. That's number one thing. You must change your food. You cannot continue to eat in the way you normally eat and accept and truly accept and expect a greater change to occur as you want it to be when you're eating the food that the world present to you. You have to truly, truly, I'm telling you, truly change your food. Your food is so important. I'm telling you, so important. Your food, so important. You won't even comprehend the fullness. It's okay. You know, you lost them. All I'm saying to you, you just need to make sure that since you lost them, you have accept what you lost. They don't lost. You cannot replace them with, you can't replace them at this time in the way you would like to. So you make sure your mouth is clean and do what you do. And using stuff like baking soda, clove, and, just using the right thing. Sea salt, crystal sea salt. You know, the I received some sea salt yesterday. Let me show you something. Some sea salt yesterday, and I was kind of I was very happy to receive it. I go and I will buy it from this from a friend of mine. I will go and buy some some sea salt because the sea salt, it is full of minerals and the minerals and the electrolytes and stuff like that. And I would, take it every morning. And as I take it, I will take it and I will, 'cause that's what I take every morning. Every morning I get up, I will take a little piece of sea salt. I have eyes that sea salt. I'm telling you. Let me show you something. I'm gonna come right. You know. So this is some sea salt that I received yesterday from a friend of mine. This you call sea salt. See it? This is sea salt. This is crystallized sea salt, full of minerals, organic crystallized sea salt. See it? This crystallized sea salt. Okay? This is what I use when use, you know, I use this. I will take a piece of it and just put it in my mouth. And because when you comprehend that the um the crystallized sea salt is something that it's so important because it's full of minerals, full of electrolytes, you know, because it is when that it is I learned that when you go into the hospital for any emergency that they gave you, the first thing they give you is saline. And I start researching more about saline. And they taught me that's a rock, yeah. The sea salt. It is sea salt, but it's a rock. But it's literally sea salt. So I'm saying crystallized. This is the real sea salt, which full of minerals. So I'm saying full of minerals, the sea salt. You see, when you come to realize that everything that the world presents to you, when you go into the emergency room or hospital, the first thing they gave to you, it is saline. Saline is actually salt, okay? But what they have done, they use it is salt with um, purified water, okay? This is what they have done. So I'm saying the mixture, and they give it to you as and which they call it. They even go so far as to say it is table salt. But if you know what I know, they remove the minerals from the table salt. You know that. They literally remove the minerals from the table salt, you know, and they make it into, they add their their modified food starch, which is sugar. They add the sugar into salt because what happened, the chemical they use to add the food, this add to the food, it does not have a flavor itself, but it take on the flavor of that which they add to it. You know, so if it is they adding it to salt, you will think it's salt, but it's not salt. It's actually sugar. It's coming from. So yeah, you have to only cook with sea salt, and it have to be real sea salt, not. And this is what I use. You know, you know, you know. So this is what we do. So I'm just waiting to see what's going on with it. But what I was saying to you is this: when you comprehend that the when you go to the emergency room and the first thing they give you is saline. Saline is salt. That's what it is. It's no. It's even worse. But they give you life. This is what they give you. They give you any sickness, what it is, but they tell you, they encourage you not to use that same salt, but they give it to you to save your life when you go into an um an emergency situation to save your life. They gave you the first thing they give you is saline, what is salt water. Some said in your veins, so it goes directly, so your heart can be. Cause you need to keep your heart going. You know, and this is what it is. It's a good thing. So if the if the salt that is processed, it is used to save your life. Can you imagine that which is truly pure? Wow, what great thing it will do for your body. It What great thing it will do for your body. So we need to realize this is what it is. And they have make us think that salt is a bad thing. And we as a people must realize that it's a very good thing. And we must be grateful and start to really pay attention to what's there. What are the main foods you eat? I eat, the main thing I eat a lot of pigeon peas. I love pigeon peas with, and I will eat a lot of pigeon peas. I will eat, I cook a lot of soup with pigeon peas. And how I cook my soup, it is about using the more wild foods. I love to use wild food that we will normally take as that we've been tossed away. Like for example, I use a lot of they call it parsley. They call it parsley. It's a green. It's like it's full of omega 3. It's omega 3, B12. There's nothing I have more of it than parsley, and I love to use it. I love to use stuff like a lot of fruits. I eat a lot of fruits. That's number one. I eat a lot of fruits. I don't care what kind of fruits it is. Fruits, but when it comes to like cooking, I eat a lot of soup. I eat quinoa, and I eat quinoa with a kind of, because I personally doesn't grow it. You see what I'm saying? You know, because I personally doesn't grow it, I kind of, you know, yeah, personally, yeah. You know, I really doesn't, because of the process they put it through and they bag it and they, you know, it make me kind of think funny at times. But quinoa is a very good thing when it's mixed with coconut. Coconut. You know, I love that. And you get some pigeon peas and cook it up right. Uh, it's just heaven. You can get some. Wow. Sometimes I make some I call it coconut pasta. 'Cause what I do when I get the parsley, what I get the parsley, I'll cook the pigeon peas and put the pigeon peas, cook it to the point that it's ready and good, and then take the parsley, season it with some oregano, take some live oregano, cut it up green, put it in the pot, just half cook and put oh some sea salt, some coconut, and use some chickpeas flour, and take some coconut and make some coconut pasta. That's what I do, and put it in there and just then serve it. Man, that's real good. That's real good. I'm talking about real good. We're talking about eating some pigeon peas with some coconut pasta with some parsley. If there's a heaven, that's what I'm talking about right there. So if there's a heaven, this is what I'm talking about right there. Because what's so funny, I am I'm not no big person. I'm a small person. But the funny thing when I eat like I eat for 10 people. you know? It's like where do this food go? But the thing with me, it does not contain food within me for long. The moment I eat, I'm ready to use the bathroom. I'm ready to go. The food's supposed to make you not. It's supposed to make you pass out what's in there. What's in there is supposed to move. Your body functions. You know. You know. Your body function. Your body move. Your body have to continue moving. You know. And that's one of the things that my the friend of mine, when she came and she spoke to me about certain things, I explained to her. She told me about the way her bowels move and stuff like that. And sometimes I was like, the kind of expression she gave to me about 7 days, 8 days without using the bathroom. I'm like, you done dead. you know, for me, that's death. You know, that's death. I say, how can you eat some food and it causing you to be constipated for 7 days, 8 days? You know, it's pure poison. From it's pure poison. So the first thing I try to do is to make that person use the bathroom, to make them start to move everything that is within them. That's the first thing you do. You try to make them use the bathroom. Because if you can go regular in the way it's supposed to be, you're gonna lose weight automatically. You're gonna start to lose the weight that you have on automatic. You don't have to try. And let me give you the story that this person was weighing 400 and 400 pounds. And 9 months later, matter of fact, 9 months later, I want you to guess. 9 months later, I want you to guess. They stayed by me. They eat whatever I gave, whatever I eat, they eat. And 9 months later, just to show them that this thing is real, they came by me. And 9 months later, I want to put in the how much weight do you think? How much weight do you think they lost? How much weight do you think they lost? I want how much weight do you think they lost in 9 months? From 400 pounds, that person. I want you to put in the comments how much weight do you think that person lost? Exactly. You were on it, man. You're on it, man. You're on it. I'm telling you, that person lost 200 pounds for real. That person actually lost 200 pounds. The doctors them couldn't even believe. I'm telling you. Right now they're in the United States right now. As we speak. They're in the United States right now as we speak. They lost 200 pounds. 200 pounds they lost in 9 months. 200 pounds. Okay? 200 pounds. 200 pounds in 9 months. They lost that way. So right now they are in the United States right now. In oneness. Yeah, we have to walk in oneness and wholeness within ourselves. And that's the way we continue to be what we are to be. But, you know, all her life, she tried to lose weight. She do all kind of things. And I said to her, just change the way you eat. Start to make sure you use the bathroom in the way you're supposed to. Because the main thing was with them, they hate shitting. They hate the bathroom. They hate using the bathroom. And my thing with them was said to them, you got to love shitting. It's a part of your process. It's a part of your body. You have to learn to love to shit. You have to learn it. You have to love it. You got to learn to deal with it. You have to. I am trying to heal my stomach at the moment without doctor. Gotta get chena seed. Get some chena seed. That's what you do. Get some chena seed, get some clove, get some cinnamon, you know. That's what you do. Get some like chena seed. You know, if you talk about pain, get some clove. Get some clove. Clove will get rid of all that pain. Simple. Simple clove. You see it there? Simple, simple, simple. Just bite up some clove. Just get some clove, bite it up, swallow it. It's good to go. Any parasites, anything in there, get rid of that pain. You can numb or whatever it is. Get rid of that. Some clove will just do whatever it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You know? But that's what you have at your hand. You should take that and use that. Clove is a good thing for that. So garlic is okay, but I'm saying get more, use more, use the clove. You know, use the clove and get some cinnamon tea. Cinnamon, in the morning times ago, you had some tea. You know, you get some cinnamon tea. Cinnamon with clove, and you get a lemon and squeeze a whole lemon in it, and take a pinch of sea salt and put it in there, and you drink that, you're good to go. You know, that's simple. You know, it's good to go. You're good to go. You know, you're good to go. Don't be afraid to deal with that. You know, try that. Get the clove, get a pinch of the sea salt, get some cinnamon, and take some the water. You boil it. You boil the cinnamon. You boil it and make it into a tea, and take the lime after you finish. You just put it in there and let it cool, steam in, cool, inhale. When it cool down, you just drink. I'm telling you, you're gonna be good to go. You're good. You know, you're good to go. Say, be true to yourself. You know. Yeah. So, any more questions? Any more questions? Well, I me myself have to go to. I'm gonna get out of here myself. I appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Make sure you share, and like. Keep up the the work, King. Appreciate you. The now and the current. Appreciate you. I'm one with you. Oneness. Make sure you like, share, and make sure you subscribe. Yes, we are good, and thank you. You are truly appreciated here too. I'm oneness with you. Let's continue to walk in wholeness. Let's continue to walk in that mindset of being the creator that you are. Don't forget that you yourself are a creator of solutions to the issues that are at hand because of your growth. So the more you grow, the more issues will occur, and the more issues occur, the more your creative ability should be having the opportunity to expand itself and continue to be what you ought to be. Let's continue walking wholeness. Let's continue walking oneness. Let's continue walk in the way we ought. And that is, when you are whole, you will expand yourself and distribute yourself accordingly as wholeness. Let's walk in oneness. I am one with you, and you are one with me. Wholeness. Um, I'm going and sit down and eat some food right now. So, but I'm grateful for you all. Continue share, continue like, continue subscribe, and continue commenting. Appreciate you. Go back and watch the replay so you might get something else that you missed. Because this was a long one. Take care.